So, in chapter 3, we're going to be talking about rational numbers. So, a rational number is any number that can be written as a fraction. So, we're first going to start off with fractions and decimals, and we're going to talk about the terminating decimal. Terminating means to end. So, terminating decimal is a decimal that ends, meaning it stops. So for example, write 7/8 as a decimal. Use pencil and paper. So remember, when we're taking 7, we're dividing by 8. So 7 goes on the inside, 8 on the outside. Now, 8 cannot go into 7, so we have to add the decimal, and we bring it straight up, and we add the 0. 8 can go into 70 8 times. 8 times 8 is 64. We subtract, we get 6. Again, 8 can't go into 6, so we add a 0, drop it down. 8 goes into 60, this time 7 times, that's 56. We subtract, I get 4. Add another 0, drop it down. 8 goes into 40 5 times, minus 40, I get 0. So we get 0.875 or 875 thousandths. Okay, so we really have to be careful. It's that thousandths, because we have the tenths place, then the hundredths, then the thousandths. Now, if we were using a calculator, which you will be allowed to use in this chapter, if we were using the calculator, all you would have to do then is take 7 divided by 8 on your calculator, and you get 0.875 or 875 thousandths. But it ends. So 0.875, it doesn't go any further. We're done. So again, on your calculator, you're just going to type in 7 divided by 8, and you're going to get 0.875. Please make sure that you write the 0 in front. All right. Now, write each fraction as a decimal. So we can go ahead and use our calculators if we want. If you want to do it by pencil and paper, that's perfectly fine as well. So 4 over 5 would be the same as 4 divided by 5. And that is equal to 0.8 or 8 tenths. So I would write 0.8. Please make sure that you're putting that 0 in front of the decimal. And then 3/16 is the same as 3 divided by 16, which is 0.1875, which is 1,875 10,000ths. Oops, sorry, what was that? It was 0.1875. So 0.1875. So those are terminating decimals because they stop. Now let's look at repeating decimals. Repeating decimals never end. Actually, you know what? I'm going to write this over here. So repeating decimals never end. And obviously they're repeating. There's numbers or sets of numbers that repeat. The bar notation is a bar or line placed over the digits. So we use, we'll see that here in the next example. Write each fraction as a decimal. Use a bar to show a repeating decimal. So 5 over 12, we come over here, 5 divided by 12, and we get 0.4166666666. Now, ladies and gentlemen, be careful with that 7 at the end, because even though it does say a 7, it's rounding it. Our calculator can only give us like a screenshot, so we only see so much of the number. But if this is actually going on and on and on and on and on and on and on, just that our calculator rounds it because it can only show you so much. So we would have back here 0.416, and then we would put a line above the 6. Now, I don't need to write 6 and then another 6 with a line above it, because it's always repeating. So I just have to write one of the numbers that's repeating, which is the 6, and then there is my repeating decimal. So negative 2 over 11 would be, negative is down here at the bottom, so negative 2 divided by 11. and it is negative 0.181818181818, and so on and so forth. So then I come back here and I write 0.18. Don't forget that was a negative. And then the line goes over the 1 and the 8 because the 1 and the 8 are repeating. All right, according to the USDA, teenage boys should consume an average of 2,700 calories per day. About 360 calories should come from milk. To the nearest hundredth, so that's very important, to the nearest hundredth, what part of a teenage boy's total calories should come from milk? So about 360 calories should come from milk of the average 2,700. So 360 should come from milk. 2,700 is your daily allowance of calories. So if we take 360 divided by 2,700, we get 0.1333333. Now, this is a repeating decimal, but they did say to the nearest hundredth. So the nearest hundredth is 2 decimal places. So 0.13. And we don't put the bar over top of it because they wanted it to the nearest hundredth. So we're actually rounding. So we don't use the bar in that case. All right, comparing fractions. It may be easier to compare numbers when they are written as decimals. So what we can do is we can think of these as decimals. So 1/4 is the same. Now this one should be an easy conversion. 1/4 is the same as 0.25, and then we have 0.2. What is 0.25 compared to 0.2? I could add a 0 so that they have the same number of place values, and I notice that they are greater. So therefore 1/4 is greater. But, ladies and gentlemen, I need to show this work to prove that it is greater. All right, negative 5/8. So, negative 5 divided by 8 is negative 0.625. So, negative 0.625. And now negative 6/9. So, negative 6 divided by 9. And I get 0.6666 repeating, negative 0.666 repeating. So negative 0.66. I'm keeping them to the same place value. These are repeating, and obviously 666 or 625 is going to be greater than, because we're negatives. So that's the greater than. 30 out of 36 7th graders. 30 out of 36. So 30 out of 36. And 34 out of 40 8th graders participated in a marathon for charity. Which class had the greater fraction participating in the marathon? Okay, so 30 out of 36. 0.83 repeating. And then 34 out of 40 is 0.85. And obviously 0.85 is greater than 0.83 repeating. And the 34 out of the 40, so this 34 out of the 40 represented the 8th graders. So 8th grade had more participants. Replace with a less than, greater than, or equal to make the following statement true. So 2/9 and 0.2. All right, so 2/9, 2 divided by 9 is 0.22222, repeating. So 0.2 repeating, 0.2 non-repeating. Well, obviously the repeating is going to keep going, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So technically after this, I could put another 2, since it's repeating, and a 0 here to same place value, and you can see that it is greater than, greater than. A survey shows about 9/25 of families in a small town do not have residential phone service. Write 9/25 as a decimal. Okay, so 9 divided by 25 is 0.36. So 0.36. And write -7/9 as a decimal. So -7/9 as a decimal. So -7/9 is -0.777777. So this is a repeating decimal. So we go to -0.7 repeating. And that is fractions and decimals.